Here we go. So babies, the previous class we were talking about conditionals. Do you remember we were not talking about first conditional? What did you remember of first conditional? What did we say about it? What is it? Okay, you have to use like modal verbs, but not those ones, but yeah, modal verbs. It is important. What else? What do you remember? It's okay. I'm going to go back for a while. First conditional, what was it? What do you remember about it? Okay, if is super important because that is going to give you the condition. And do you remember that I gave you like two keywords? I told you conditionals. What do you have to think about if I say conditionals? It doesn't matter if it's the first one, the second one, the third one. What's the keyword? You have the first part and the second part. If, like this. I'll be back. Just for you to remember the keywords. Oh no, it is not here. Okay, look at this. If clause and make clause. Do you remember that I told you to associate these words with something? Cause and effect, cause and consequence. That's it. You have it. That's it. Remember, conditionals are always going to be cause and effect, cause and consequence. And we were talking about first conditional. We didn't have enough time. We are going to continue today. So we said, babies, that first conditional is used to talk about things that may happen in the future. You remember, like possibilities, things that may happen or may not happen in the future? Basically that. And basically this is the structure. Do you remember that you have to use a present tense? What's that present tense? Present what? ¿Qué tipo de presente usamos acá? Present simple. Present simple. ¿Listo? Y luego dijimos que utilizábamos un verbo modal. ¿Qué opciones les di? Por el momento, ¿qué hemos usado? Look at this. If it rains, I will stay home. So we have will because it is future. So of course we are going to use a word related to future. It may be will. I am going to give you some other options you can use, but my suggestion is to use always will or can. Utilicen siempre will or can, y así no se van a confundir nunca. ¿Listo? Did you remember that we have the chance to change the order? So remember that. Look at this. If it rains, I will stay home. That is like the if clause and the main clause in that order. That means cause and consequence. O le puedes cambiar. Puedes poner primero la consecuencia y luego la causa o la condición. So you can say I will stay home if it rains. Y ahí vamos. So got it? Questions up to this point? One last question for you. What was the difference between this order and this order? The first one has comma, the second one no. Why? Because in the first one, you are going to need the comma to identify your cause and your consequence. En la primera, si tú no tienes coma, no vas a saber cuál es la causa y cuál es la consecuencia. En la segunda no lo necesitas. Es exactamente lo mismo, pero como cambias el orden, el if te va a quedar en la mitad, si lo ves, y ese es el que te va a decir, bueno, hasta aquí fue la consecuencia, si cumples con esa condición. So that's it. Questions up to this point? Then it depends. Then it's like a consequence, but you are not going to use it for these structures of conditionals. I mean, that is like a condition. You can say, for example, if you go to the school, then you will have good grades, I don't know. Then you will go to a university. Es como una consecuencia, pero no en ese tipo de condicionales que estamos realizando ahorita. Es otra cosa, pero sí, puedes usarlo. So guys, any other question before continuing? So we are going to continue with our beautiful explanation. Here we go. As I was telling you guys, I'm sorry I can move in the classroom because of the microphone, but as I was telling you, there are some modal verbs that you can use with first conditional. As you are going to be talking about future, as you are going to be talking about possibilities, as you are going to be talking about something that is like a probability, you have these four modal verbs you can use. The first one is can. Can is a modal verb of what? What do you use can? To talk about what? I can fly, I can sleep, I can jump, I can whatever. When you are talking about what? Tell me. but it's like abilities you have, you know? So you are going to use can for that. It is a modal verb of possibility, of abilities, and so on. So that is one option you have. There is another one. Do you remember what happened with may? Do you remember that when we were talking about future, we talked about may and might? You got it. When do we use may? When do we use might? Those are synonyms. When do we use it? To talk about future, but in which cases? Probabilities. Probabilities. Do you remember that? Yeah, it is like probabilities, but remember specifically that may is going to be used when you are not sure of the future. Cuando tú no estás seguro de lo que va a suceder. So you can say, for example, what are we going to do tonight? ¿Qué vamos a hacer esta noche? Y tú puedes responder, I may go to the cinema or I may stay home. ¿Por qué? Porque no estás seguro. Can you see? So when you are not sure of something, you are going to be using may or might. Got it?
Sure.
So tell me, baby.
May is like if you ask me and I say maybe, that's the
So. Because when I ask you and you say maybe, you're saying like tal vez, puede pasar, maybe. But when you are using may, you have like something in mind, you have like an option, you have something there. The thing is that you are not sure if that is going to happen in the way you want it. Or you are not sure if you may change your mind. Can you see? So you have like ideas, you have like something in mind, but you are not sure about it yet. You are not sure if you are going to do it yet. You know? Maybe. It is a possibility. So I may do it, I may not do it. And remember that you can also say might. Okay? So as we are using first conditional, as we are talking about possibilities in the future, this is another modal verb we can use. Right? Can you see? So for example, you can say, if I win the lottery, I may travel to Japan. It is a possibility. I don't have the lottery yet. I don't know if I am going to win it. But maybe if that happens, I may do something. And that may something is going to Japan. You know? That is another modal verb. So questions up to this point? What happened with this one? Have you seen that before? Shall? Shall. So my dears, this is like another way to say should. Do you remember that we talked about should? When do we use should to talk about what? To do what? Advices. Advices, yeah. So when you are going to give a suggestion, an advice, and you are going to say, hey, you should go to the doctor. You are super sick, so just go there. You should do it. Can you see? So a suggestion, an advice, yeah? This is just another way to say it. This is just another way. So I am going to ask you a second, guys. I am going to do something here. So I am going to close my microphone for a while. Guys, can you hear me in a good way? Please let me know. The ones who are at home, can you hear me in a good way? Sunny, can you hear me in a good way? Samuel, can you hear me? Maybe not. What about Kiara? Can you hear me, baby?
Teacher, I can hear you, but so far.
Okay, super fun. Okay, thank you. What about now, guys? Can you hear me in a good way? Juan Camilo, can you hear me better now?
Yes, teacher.
And in a good way, is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so give me 1 second. This is okay, guys. Let's continue. Let's continue. You said that you can hear me in a good way. I am going to put on the I have some slides. So, can you hear me in a good way, Camilo? Oh no. Can you hear me in a good way? Oh no, it is for me. I just have to. No, Juan Camilo, can you hear me? Please don't listen to me. Okay, Emily, can you hear me somehow? Can you hear me? If you are at home, maybe you can hear me, just let me know. Okay, when you want to make it work. It seems to be super broken, but I don't know what's going on. It's not working? Maybe not. I have to make it work, you know? There's nothing else. There is no more option. It seems to be in use right now, but I don't know what's going on. Okay, guys, so I don't know if you can hear me, so please let me know if you can hear me, because I need to. No, it is not. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No one. There is no one who can hear me now. So I won't waste more time. Let me traffic maybe. Okay, guys, can you hear me? I need to know if this works or not. So I am going to stop using this for a while. I'm sorry. This recording of the class is going to be a mess. So I'm so sorry for that. Okay, guys, the ones who are at home, I guess that you can hear me now. I hope so, because otherwise I wouldn't know what to do. So Camilo, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Thanks, God. Okay, let's continue in this way. So, my dears, after this super long pause, I'm so sorry. We are going to continue. So, what happened with shall? Shall is like should. It is exactly the same. You should go to the doctor. The thing with shall is that this is like more informal. So you are going to use shall with your friends or with someone that is next to you, but this is super informal. Este shall is super, super informal, chicos. So you can say that or you can say should. So if I win the lottery, I should go to Miami. A possibility. And finally, guys, the will. Will is like the keyword here, like the key modal verb here, because it is going to be the one who is going to indicate future. Es el que les va a indicar el futuro. Entonces, por eso les digo, my suggestion is to use will or can. And that's it. Will or can. In that way, guys, you are going to recognize these uses. In that way, you are going to be able to write the first conditional in a good way without confusion. So my suggestion, will or can. So questions about the modal verbs you can use. Remember, the if clause, el if siempre va a estar pegadito al tiempo verbal. Y la consecuencia siempre va a tener su verbo modal. Siempre. Okay? Questions up to this point, guys? It's clear. We're going to practice anyway. So let's continue. Look at this. Here you have some examples, so let me make this bigger for you. We are going to read it. So, Jacob, can you please read the first example?
If it rains, I won't go to the park.
So look at this. In this case, I have the if clause, that means the consequence, that means the condition at the beginning. As I have this at the beginning, babies, I am going to put a comma to divide the condition, the cause, with the consequence, with the effect, okay? So if it rains, I won't go to the park. And look at this. This is the negative form of will. No se les olvide que will tiene una forma negativa y es won't. So that means, guys, that you can also say things that won't happen in the future. Algo que es muy probable en el futuro con el presente condicional. So if it rains, I won't go to the park. Let's check the second example. Samuel, can you please help me reading the second one?
Okay, if I see here, I tell here.
If I see her, I tell her. So what is this one? What is this double L? Will. The contracted form, the short form. So look at this. Once again, you have the condition at the beginning and you have the consequence at the end. The condition, the consequence. Can you see? Lo separa su coma. Y miren el tiempo verbal. ¿Por qué aquí tengo rains en lugar de rain? Why? Why is not rain and rains? Why do I have that final S? It is present simple. You have to use present simple. It is mandatory present simple with first conditional. And remember, guys, that in present simple with he, she, it, you have to add a final S to the verb. Acuérdense con he, she, it, en presente simple agregan su S final en el verbo. ¿Listo? So, the next one, if I see here, as you can see here, babies, the subject is I. Como tengo un I, pues ya no le pongo nada al verbo, solo lo pongo. Normalito. Y ya. And the consequence, I tell her. Let's go with the third example. Luis Felipe, attack.
If you give us a higher discount, we'll buy more of the product.
That's it. If you give us a higher discount, we'll buy more of the product. So once again, you have if at the beginning, look at this, you have like the condition, you have the cause, and if this happens, si esa condición se cumple, tu resultado va a ser este. We'll buy more of the product. Esas son las condicionales. Si cumples una condición, vas a tener un resultado esperado o no lo vas a tener, dependiendo de la condición que es. We'll buy more of the product. And look at this one. Let's read the last example. So, Kiara, attack, the last one.
Play loses the match.
Now, this one. I will be sad.
Okay, I will be sad if my favorite tennis player loses the match.
Thank you. So, look at this. I will be sad if my favorite tennis player loses the match. What happened here? As you can see, I just changed the order. Es exactamente lo mismo, pero cambié el orden. ¿Qué pasó? Como puse la consecuencia al principio, el if me quedó aquí en la mitad y no tengo que poner comas. Pero es lo mismo, miren. La parte de la consecuencia es la que tiene el verbo modal, la parte del if es la que va con presente simple. So, questions up to this point, guys? Something to say up to this point? No? So, for example, Pais, how can you say the first example? If it rains, I won't go to the park. How can you say exactly the same by changing the order? Change the order of the first one.
I won't go to the park.
That's it. No se me vayan a confundir nunca con el orden. Les puede salir en un examen. Escriben lo mismo cambiando el orden. ¿Qué tienen que hacer? Solo hagan el switch y se acabó. No es difícil, ¿listo? So let's continue. Emily, the second one. Say exactly the same by changing the order. Exactly the same by changing the order of the second example. Go ahead, Princess. So let's go. Yeah, let's go with Juana. Juana. Princess, can you please exactly the same that you have here in the second example, but by changing the order?
I'll tell her if I see her.
That's it. So can you see? It is easy. ¿Qué tienen que recordar, amores? Y pónganselo ahí en la cabeza. La parte del if va con el tiempo verbal. En este y en cualquier condicional. La parte del if va con el tiempo verbal. La parte de la consecuencia va con el verbo modal. ¿Listo? La parte del if va con el tiempo verbal. La parte de la consecuencia va con el verbo modal. Sin importar el orden en el que lo tengas. ¿Ok? Questions up to this point? So now you have some seconds to take notes of the example if you want. So take notes, please, of the examples. Some seconds to do it. Okay, guys, let's continue then. Now that we have checked these examples, we are going to continue. First condition. So look at this. What are you going to do now? You are going to complete these examples, these exercises, easy peasy, with the things, the three options you have there. This is like multiple choice, so there is no other chance, to do that, okay? So let's go with the first one. The ones who want to participate just have to raise your hand. It doesn't matter if you're here or at home. If you study hard, you space the exam. So, paisa that. You will pass the exam. Perfect. How do you know? It's the only one we will. No lo puedes mandar sin un verbo modal. Si está sin verbo modal, no es. Okay? Okay, the second one. If we space the game, we space. So, Jacob.
If we win the game, we will celebrate.
That's it. If we win the game, we will celebrate. It is not logical to say if we win, we will win. It is not, I mean, you have let's say that you have the structure here, tienen la estructura, tienen el presente simple, el verbo modal, el verbo en infinitivo, pero no tiene sentido la oración. So remember guys, coherence and context is also important, okay? If we win the game, we will celebrate. So, I am going to show you an example. I don't know if the video is working because the previous class it didn't let me know. So I am going to look for it. Oh no, I am going to look for it on YouTube because I really want you to see it.
No, mira, porque yo ahí aparecía.
No, it's not letting me go to YouTube.
O sea, mira, porque dale Cuba,
No,
no,
okay.
mira, y ahí dice mira en YouTube.
No, más videos en YouTube.
No,
Oh, there you are. I'm sorry, I have classes. So give me a second, guys. I am going to show you an example, guys. Please try to identify it. So look at this.
Hades is gonna kill us when he finds out what happened. You mean, if he finds out? Of course he's gonna If. If is good. And you can't do a thing?
I can't, Hercules, but you can.
Really? What? I'll do anything.
Hercules, if you can prove yourself a true hero on Earth, your godhood will be restored.
A true hero. Great. I'm too old to get mixed up in this stuff again. But if I don't become a true hero, I'll never be able to rejoin my father, Zeus. Hold it. Zeus is your father, right? Uh-huh. Zeus, the big guy. He's your daddy.
Look, I know what I did was wrong, but this isn't about me. It's about him. If you don't help him now, Phil, he'll die.
Were you able to identify conditionals there just by listening? Did you catch something? What did you catch?
So.
Okay, what's that so-so? So tell me, what did you identify? Do you remember something, baby? Or not?
Maybe the if and the first design.
Okay, if is good, there is one kind of conditional. If he finds out, that's why they say it. I am going to show you again this with subtitles. Don't worry, in English. In that way you will identify it. So something else?
Can?
If you don't help him, he will die.
If you don't help him, he'll die. Okay, that was another one. That was the last one. If you don't help him, he'll die. Something else at home? Did you have something else?
No.
Maybe not. So let's try to, we are going to watch this again with subtitles. Please pay attention to the other two ifs, like the other two conditionals. Here we go.
Hades is gonna kill us when he finds out what happened. You mean if he finds out? Of course he's gonna If. If is good. You can't do a thing?
I can't, Hercules, but you can.
Really? What? I'll do anything.
Hercules, if you can prove yourself a true hero on Earth, your godhood will be restored.
A true hero. Great. I'm too old to get mixed up in this stuff again. But if I don't become a true hero, I'll never be able to rejoin my father, Zeus. Hold it. Zeus is your father, right? Uh-huh. Zeus, the big guy. He's your daddy.
Look, I know what I did was wrong, but this isn't about me, it's about him. If you don't help him now, Phil, he'll die.
I guess that you were able to identify more now because you had the subtitles. What happened with the first one? With the one of the little monsters? Let me go back. So look at this one. He is literally saying, you mean if he finds out. ¿Tengo una consecuencia directamente ahí? ¿En esa oración?
No.
No. Pero ¿qué pasa? La consecuencia te la habían dado antes. Look at this. Hades is going to kill us when he finds out what happened. La consecuencia es que los va a matar. Will kill us. Este is going to kill us, algo que va a pasar, cambia inmediatamente cuando este bichito dice if he finds out. Si él se entera. En el momento en el que él dice eso, if he finds out, ¿cómo sería la consecuencia? ¿Cómo sería la terminación? ¿Cómo lo dirían? If he finds out, he will kill us. ¿Por qué? Porque ya esto va a pasar, es 100% seguro. En el momento en el que él se entera, 100% seguro, los va a matar. ¿Qué pasa? Cuando tú le metes el condicional, if he finds out, él ya no se va a enterar. Solo si pasa, si se descuidan, si alguna situación sucede y él resulta enterándose, la consecuencia es que podría matarlos. Pero ellos van a tener mucho cuidado de que no se enteren. Can you see? So in the moment when you put the conditional, the consequence is going to be a possibility with first conditional, okay? If you have a first conditional, the consequence is going to be a possibility. It's not 100% sure. ¿Por qué? Porque tú no tienes el condicional hecho. Tú no dijiste lo que yo les decía. If I win the lottery, I will travel to Japan. ¿Tengo la lotería? No. No me gané nada. Puede ser que me la gane, puede ser que vaya, pero en ese momento no es mi realidad. Look at this one. Did you identify the second conditional? What happened there? Where is the conditional?
You can prove yourself a hero on earth. Your godhood will be restored.
That's it. So that's it, guys. Look at this. Si ven que el condicional puede tener un montón de decoraciones y de cosas siguientes, no tiene que ser if this, comma this. Puede ser larguito. So, if you can prove yourself a true hero on earth, but the first part, if you can prove, okay? Prove, present simple. Your godhood will be restored. Cause and consequence. What about the next one? What is it? Where is the conditional there?
If I don't become,
If I don't become. Look at this. Can you see that this is in negative? Condicionales también puede ser en negativo. Si esto no sucede, esto tampoco va a suceder. O si esto no sucede, esto podría suceder. Can you see? If it doesn't rain, I will go to the park. Si no llueve, puedo salir. Puede ser negativo. No lo olviden, amores, están usando presente simple porque es el primer condicional. Así que, ¿qué utilizas para negar? Pues don't y doesn't, dependiendo del sujeto. ¿Ok? If I don't become a true hero, I'll never be able to rejoin my father's use. And the last one, you got it at the first time. La primera ya la habían atrapado. So, If you don't help him now, he'll die. Once again, it is in negative. Si no haces esto, si esto no pasa, esta es la consecuencia. If you don't do it, if you don't help him, he will die. Can you see questions about these examples? No? Okay. So now, my dears, questions about the use of first conditional? Super short? Okay. So now that you don't have questions of first conditional, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't have it there. Okay. Now that you don't have questions of first conditional, I have to look again the game, to look for the game again, because I didn't save it in my link tree, so give me a second while I do it. Yeah, and we are going to solve an activity in quizzes to practice just with first conditional. It is going to be just one activity, and then we are going to continue with second conditional, okay? Just like an interlude. So the ones without cell phone, you can be with someone. You just have to decide who are you going to be working with. And let me look again for the activity. I'm so sorry because I didn't save it in my link tree. So for the ones who are at home, give me a second. I am going to give you a pin to access to quizzes. So for the ones who are at home, I am going to ask you to access two quizzes. Give me a second, guys. I am going to send them the link to access. So quizzes. Go ahead, please access. Go ahead. .com. I am going to stop the sound. A second. Okay, go ahead. I have three. I have Juana. I have Nancy and Jacob. Who is I? Who is I? Jesus? Is this Jesus?
Sí, profe, soy yo.
Okay. I can recognize Jesus now. So that's the important thing. My dears, my dears, my dears. Go ahead. Access. Oh, sorry. My bad. 690090. What's going on?
Yo metí mi nombre como el código, qué pendejo que soy.
So my dears, don't forget English, even if we are telling jokes. Okay, I have 7. Let me check the amount of students I have at home. So at home I have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. I should have 10. So what is the others? Where are the other ones? Okay, Cami, there you are. What about the other ones? Where are you guys? What are you? Okay, I have some. There is someone missing. Who is missing? Jacob, focus. Okay, let's begin. I don't know who is missing. All of you are here, right? So, I don't know. Pais is not there. Pais, what's going on? Did you have connection, baby? Guys. Okay. So guys, here we go. We are going to begin. So attack. Ready. So are you two working together? So go, guys. My suggestion, read carefully, take your time to read. So attack. What's going on? Okay, guys, please do it. I am going to fix something here. Don't forget, babies, the key here is reading carefully. Si leen con cuidado, les juro que les voy bien. I swear to you. Read carefully, go ahead, you can do it. Go ahead, my dears, you can do it. Just read carefully, take your time. There are some of you who are having troubles. There are some others doesn't, but it is okay. You can do it. Okay, my dears, we are about to finish, so I guess that we are going to wait some extra minutes for the rest of your partners. There are some of you who have finished, but let's wait for your partners. Okay, guys, finish? I think so. So, Jacob, come back to the classroom. Thank you. Don't leave. Okay, we are going to check the questions. We are going to check, guys, the questions and the results. And then we are going to check the podium, okay? We are going to check what happened, the mistakes, and so on. So let's go with the first one. It said, if I space to the cinema, I will finish my homework. So what's the answer there? Go. ¿Qué pasó? No puede ser have gone porque eso es presente perfecto. No puede ser went porque eso es pasado. ¿Y ustedes saben que en primer condicional lo utilizan? ¿Qué utilizan? No, yeah, but which verbal tense? Present what? What do you use in first conditional? Which verbal tense? Present simple. Very good. If I go to the cinema, I will finish my homework. What about the next one? If you have this, I space the ray if I work out every day. What's the answer? I will win. Easy peasy. Yo ganaría. Yo podría ganar. What happened? In this case, you have like the if clause at the end. So no commas, no nothing, conditionals. Perfect. The next one, if he space for my test, I space have better grades. What happened here?
If he studies, I will have better grades.
Entonces, lo primero que tienen que hacer cuando tengan doble espacio es mirar si tiene coma o no tiene coma. Si tiene coma, ya sabes que el if está al principio. Si el if está al principio, ya sabes que la primera parte es el tiempo verbal, la segunda parte es ¿el qué? La consecuencia sea el verbo modal. You see? So, if he studies, miren que termina con C. ¿Por qué? Porque es un he. Acuérdense de las reglas del presente simple. If he studies for my test, bueno, yo creo que quiera como un Pin, will have better grades. If he studies for his test, he will have better grades, or if I study, whatever, ¿ok? Lo importante que es que tienen en la estructura. La siguiente está perfecta. So what's the answer? Okay, if I could early. I will eat. Perfect. The next one had a lot of mistakes. So what happened? Do you have comma, yes or no? No. And actually you have the conditional here. I will have more money if I space my budget. What's the answer? Organize. Miren que es fácil, es solo mirar cuál es. No puede ser has organized, no puede ser had organized, simplemente en presente simple. What is the meaning of budget? That's it. Presupuesto. What about the next one? This is 50-50. If I space in my friends, I won't take that decision. Trust, presente simple porque es primer condicional, punto. ¿Cómo identifican que es primer condicional? Por esta parte de acá. Ustedes les puede aparecer la misma oración, pero ser otro tipo de condicional, otro tipo de complemento. ¿Cómo lo vas a identificar? O la instrucción te dice que es primer condicional, o miras qué verbo modal estás usando. Si tienes will, si tienes can, si tienes should, si tienes may, es primer condicional. Punto. ¿Listo? If I trust in my friends, I won't take the decision. Okay, this one was very good. So I space a better development if I study more. So what's the answer? I will have. Miren bien, aquí no empezaron con el if, así que empiezan con el modal. Easy peasy. The next one, almost 50-50. What happened? If the project, arrancamos con el if condition. If the project space easier, we will have more time. How can you complete it?
Where?
Project. He, she, it, they. ¿Qué es esto? Si ustedes cambian este project por un sujeto, ¿cuál sería? It, sería un it. Y si es un it, what do you use? Was or were? Was.
Pero, según yo, no sé, según sé,
Creo que yo puse por el YouTube.
¿Qué pasa ahí? ¿Por qué no les deja el was y no el were? There is no reason. Aquí la respuesta es was. ¿Qué pasa? Les tenía habilitados ambos en la respuesta. ¿Por qué? Porque necesito que sepan qué van a usar ahí. Necesito que entiendan primero que es presente simple para poder entender toda la estructura que viene después. ¿Qué pasa? Que ya que entiendes que es presente simple, te vas a fijar en qué sujeto tienes. If the project. Si aquí dijera projects, if the projects were, porque estaría en plural. Pero como es solo una cosa, the project, if it was easier, can you see? Pero entiendan primero que es presente simple porque es primer condicional. We are about to finish the last two. Look at this one. She spaced an ice cream if she comes at time. What's the answer? She will eat. ¿Qué haces primero? Miras la estructura. Bueno, ¿me arrancó con la if clause? ¿Te arrancó con la causa? No, te arrancó con la consecuencia. Porque miren en dónde está el if. Así que aquí ya tienen toda la parte del presente simple, bla, bla, bla. ¿Qué les falta? El verbo modal. She will eat an ice cream if she comes on time. Look at this one. If we space together, we will have a trip. What's the answer? If we were. ¿Sí? ¿Por qué? Porque es we, somos varios. Acuérdense que el was, ¿con qué utilizan was? I. Con singular. ¿Listo? I, he, she. Y el were, plural, so we. If we were together, we will have a trip. The next one. They will realize the truth if they space in themselves.
Believe it.
That's it. Believe, no believe. ¿En qué tiempo verbal está esto? Pasado simple. Y como no estás usando pasado simple sino presente, believe. They will realize the truth if they believe in themselves. That's it. And these ones were okay, so we will check it. Okay, let's check this one because it was super bad. If they space to the party, they space the final project. ¿Con qué cláusula están iniciando? ¿La causa o la consecuencia? Con la causa. Siempre que ustedes arranquen por if, acuérdense que el tiempo verbal va a estar pegadito al if y el verbo modal en la consecuencia. Arrancaron por el if, ya sabes que lo primero que va a ir acá es ¿qué tiempo verbal? Which verbal tense? ¿Qué utilizas? En primer condicional, ¿qué tiempo verbal utilizas? Presente simple, se les olvide. Entonces, ¿cuál es la respuesta? If they, went, go o had gone. Go. Ya no tienen más opciones. Entonces, if they go to the party, they won't do the final project. And that's it. La cuestión es de leer. ¿Listo, mis amores? So, questions up to this point? I don't think so. Let's continue then with the explanation. That is first conditional, my dears. That is first conditional. And now we are going to talk. one second. Okay, I'm sorry. So now we are going to talk about second conditional. Let me close all of this. Okay. So that was first conditional. Remember this. Present simple and possibilities in the future. That means will, can, should, might. Si ustedes se aprenden esas 5 cosas, la tienen. Present simple, may, should, will, can. ¿Listo? Eso es primer condicional. Para hablar de posibilidades en el futuro. Questions up to this point, ladies? So let's talk about second conditional. Please, once again, take notes. Let me know if you have questions, and here we go. So look at these guys. Oh my God, no joke. Let's check this first part. Second conditional. So I am going to ask, let me check what someone at home. So, Jose, can you please help me reading this part, baby? Jose, can you hear me? Can you please help me reading this first slide?
Yes, teacher.
Attack. Second conditional.
It is used to talk about future conditions which are imaginary, impossible, or improbable.
If plus.
If a past sentence would infinitive.
That's it. What happened with second conditional, my dear? Second conditional is amazing because this is going to be to talk about hypothetical situations. Something that is imaginary, something that is in your mind. Do you want me to make it bigger? I can do it. So second conditional, something that is imaginary, something that is in your mind, something that is not real, guys. In the first condition, a conditional, you are talking about possibilities. Something that is actually possible. Algo que es de hecho posible. Algo que puede suceder. So, as we said, if it doesn't rain, I will go to the park. Es posible que no llueva, es posible que vayas al parque, son situaciones reales, situaciones posibles, cosas que se pueden pasar. In the second conditional, this is something imaginary. Can you see? In the second conditional, babies, this is something that it is in your mind. This is a hypothetical situation, una situación hipotética, una situación imaginaria. Okay? That is second conditional. So remember, first conditional, possibilities, real things that may be possible. That's first conditional. Second conditional, hypothetical situations. Okay? Questions up to this point? Please take notes. Don't forget about it. Questions up to this point? Please take notes. So, second conditional, imaginary situations. Second conditional, hypothetical situations. Got it? Got it. Perfect. So, some seconds to take notes, and then we are going to continue. These are the ones who are at home, take notes too. Ready? Keep it in mind. First conditional, possibilities. Second conditional, hypothetical situations. Let's continue, okay? Ready? Yeah? Okay, let's continue. Let's check the structure. The structure is exactly the same, guys. But what happened? Vamos un segundo. Miren esta parte de acá. En primer condicional que utilizábamos present tense, o sea, presente simple. En el segundo condicional ya no va a ser presente simple, va a ser pasado qué? Simple. En lugar de presente simple vas a usar pasado simple. Y tienes una palabra súper clave que es would. Would. Would es como podría ser esto, es tu hipótesis. La hipótesis la vas a decir con would. ¿Listo? Esa es la estructura. Pero esto es igual. El if va a ir con el tiempo verbal, la consecuencia va a ir con el would. ¿Listo? Con el verbo modal, es lo mismo. El if con el tiempo verbal, la consecuencia con el tiempo modal. I am going to show you some examples, and worry, be happy. So let's take a look to the structure, guys. Once again, you have the if clause like the cause or the condition, the main clause that is the consequence. So let's take a look to the if clause structure. You have the if plus past simple plus the comma. Don't forget that if you have the if clause at the beginning, you have to put the comma. Acuérdense que si la clause está al principio, ponen la coma. Si la oración arranca con if, hay coma. Okay? And the main clause is the subject, a modal verb, and the infinitive. The verb in infinitive, the verb in the normal way. So take a look to this example. If I won the lottery, I would buy a car. If I won the lottery, I would buy a car. Esta es una situación hipotética. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué tan posible es que alguien se gane la lotería o que tú te la ganes? It is super hard for this to happen. Es una situación hipotética. Si yo me ganara la lotería, yo compraría un carro. Ese es como el día del español. Si yo me ganara, yo haría esto. Yo compraría. Hypothetical situations. It happens exactly the same, babies. You can change the order. Puedes cambiar el orden. So you can say, I would buy a car if I won the lottery. Yo compraría un carro si me ganara la lotería. Pero pues no lo tienes y es súper difícil que te la ganes porque la probabilidad es súper bajita. Hypothetical situations. I can give you another example. If I had $1 million, I will buy a mansion. Do I have $1 million? No. I don't know if I can have it. I don't know if it will happen. It is a hypothetical situation. En mi imaginación, si en este momento yo contara con $1 millón, me compraría una supermansión. That's an example. Pero pilas acá. It is with past simple. Es con pasado simple. ¿Qué significa eso? Que ustedes tienen que saber qué es. The verbs in past. If you don't know, babies, the verbs in past, that is something we have been working with since the very beginning of the year. If you don't know yet the verbs in past, this is going to be impossible to do. Si no se sabe todavía la lista de verbos en pasado, amores, va a ser súper difícil. ¿Listo? Recuerden, amores, que esto va en ustedes. Ustedes tienen que tomar tiempo, estudiarlo, porque una clase lo puede ver, pero estudia, es el maestro, ¿ok?
Yo tengo una pregunta, profesor.
Tell me.
The first conditional, you told us some modal verbs that are used in first conditional. Is there something similar in second conditional?
Yes, I am going to give you a different list. Yeah, we have, of course, a list of modal verbs. However, I am giving you this keyword, would. You can use would for everything, and that is going to be perfect in second conditional. We have other modal verbs that we can use here in the second condition. Hay otros verbos modales que podemos usar, of course. So, my dears, questions about this structure, questions up to this point? All right? Just remember, second conditional, past, simple, would. Some seconds to take notes because I can see that some of you are taking notes. Like, thank you for taking notes. So take notes and then we are going to continue. Go ahead. Don't forget, babies, it is important because this is the thing that you are going to use to study. Go ahead. Let me know as soon as you're ready. So ready? Are you ready, baby? Yeah. Did you take notes? Sure. Yeah. Let's continue then. As I told you guys, we have some modal verbs we can use. There is a list of modal verbs we can use. Hay una lista de verbos modales que podemos usar como en el primer condicional. In this case, you have could. What is the meaning of could? This is the past tense, like the past form of can. I could travel, or I could like podría, like a possibility. Can you see? So you can use could, you can use might instead of may. You can use might, it is more formal. You can use should once again, if you want. But the keyword here is would. La palabra keyword here is would. If you use second conditional just with would, that is going to be okay. Okay, my dears? ¿Qué pasa? Pueden reconocer el verbo que están usando segundo condicional porque van a tener could, might, would. ¿Listo? But the key word, the one that you are going to find the most and that you are going to use the most is would. Because this is like yo podría, yo haría, ¿sí? So for example, if you were in Colombia, I would be with you every single day. Can you see? So, hypothetical situations. That is not happening right now. It is possibly impossible. But hypothetical situations, imaginary situations. Questions up to this point? Perfect. Let's check some examples. Let me make it bigger for you. So let's read it. Each one of you is going to read one, okay? So Sebas, attack, the first one.
If I had $1 million, I'd give a lot of charity.
If I had $1 million, I'd give a lot of charity. What happened with this apostrophe D? This is the contracted form of would. Este apóstrofe D en este caso es la forma contraída de would. Can you see? Would. Would is like your keyword. Es como la palabra clave acá. Would. If I had $1 million, I'd give a lot to charity. Do you have $1 million? No. Do I have $1 million? No. Am I donating to charity? No. So, hypothetical situations. This will happen. Hypothetical. Let's go with the second one. Pepe, attack. If I
went to China, I visit the Great Wall.
That's it. If I went to China, I'd visit the Great Wall, or I would visit the Great Wall. What is the Great Wall, guys? La Muralla de China. That's the name in English, the Great Wall. So, are you in China? No. Are you going to China right now? Or the next month? That's an imaginary situation. I went there, I will be this. But you are not there, you are here. So, hypothetical situation. The next one, Pai, is attack. If I
lived in Japan, I have sushi.
That's it. If I lived in Japan, I'd have sushi every day. I would have sushi every day. I would eat sushi every day. Can you see? Past tense, modal verb would plus the verb infinitive. Miren que con todos estos estoy utilizando con mi if clause. ¿Sí ven? Tengo la if clause al principio. La if clause va con el tiempo verbal. La consecuencia va con el verbo modal. Grábense eso. Okay, the next one, Jacob, attack.
If Ron became rich, she would marry him.
That's it. If Ron became rich, she would marry him. Is this guy rich right now? No. Is it possible for him to become rich right now? No. It is in an imaginary situation. If this happens, this will happen. Once again, past simple, the keyword would. The next one, continue, princess. If it snowed next July, what will you do? Look at this one. This is a question. Y miren cómo lo están presentando. If it snowed next July, what would you do? Miren que metimos la pregunta acá. What? Si ven que no está al principio como usualmente uno pone las preguntas, no es como what would you do if. Esa es una opción. Tú puedes decir what would you do if it snowed next July. Usualmente encuentro la pregunta así, pero también se puede así. If it snowed, what would you do? Or if you, I don't know, if you fail 9th grade, what would you do? Are you failing 9th grade right now? ¿Están perdiendo noveno ahorita? I hope no. But let's think about this hypothetical situation. What would you do if you fail this year? What would you do? It is something hypothetical, an imaginary situation, because you are going to say no, teacher. So it may happen. Okay? Perfect, focus. And look at this one. Camilo, can you please help me reading the next one? Camilo. Maybe he's not here? No. Okay, Jesus, baby, can you please help me reading the next example? This one, I will be happy. No? Jesus, can you hear me? Maybe not. Okay, Kiara, can you please help me reading this example, baby? I will be happy.
Okay, I will be happy if I became rich.
That's it. I will be happy if I became rich. Is this sentence good or wrong? Look at this. I will be happy if I became rich. Good or wrong? Porque tiene la coma. Aquí no va coma. Siempre identifiquen eso. Yo les puedo poner un ejercicio, identifique el error y estructuralmente está perfecta. Estás usando el good, estás usando el pasado simple, pero hay una coma. Can you see? I will be happy if I became rich. Or this one. Will you be surprised if it rained tomorrow? Miren que están pasando. ¿Por qué? Porque estás usando el would. Hypothetical situations. Questions up to this point? The class is almost over, but questions up to this point? Okay, let's finish. There are some other examples. Let's finish by watching a video. I don't know if this is going to work either. So let's watch this video to close the class.
It's about this sensitive girl who comes to LA from Lincoln, Nebraska to be an actress and winds up a waitress at the Cheesecake Factory.
So it's based on your life.
No, I'm from Omaha.
Well, if that was a movie, I would go see it.
I know, right? Sorry, I'm such a mess. And on top of everything else, I'm all gross from moving. My stupid shower doesn't even work.
Our shower works.
Really? Would it be totally weird if I used it?
Yes. No.
No?
No.
No.
Wow, cool tiger.
Yeah, I've had him since level 10. His name is Buttons. Anyway, if you had your own game character, we could hang out, maybe go on a quest.
Sounds interesting.
So you'll think about it?
Oh, I don't think I'll be able to stop thinking about it.
Smooth.
I'm going to show you the rest of the video, possibly in the next class, because we just have to finish it. But keep it in mind, first conditional, possibilities. Second conditional, imaginary situations, hypothetical situations, okay guys? So that's all for today. Thank you very much. If you have questions, send me a message. If you need tutoring, send me a message. If you need to do whatever, send me a message and let me know. So that's all for today. Have a nice day and bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, teacher. Bye.
Bye, teacher.